things set up finally, and I am starting to print again, and I am hoping that I can do some prints for you. My website is Cult of Print. That's backwards. Excuse me. Hold on. I knew it was going to be backwards. What I lack in production quality for my videos, I really do make up in prints in specialty materials. I'm a specialty printer. I'm a dye sub printer, and one of the things I definitely do specialize in. There was two industries that I was kind of designing product lines, curated product lines for. One was the nightlife industry, the house and techno industry, where I was Black Crack Apparel. I was making slip mats, and you're spinning in New York City. You were definitely spinning on a couple of decks that I dressed up in my love, hopefully. And the other thing that I specialize in is stereoscopic physical formats. And I'll show you some right now, very quickly. I'm making an entire. I have a old line, a very old line that I'm going to be like discounting, like liquidating, hopefully. But I am going to be offering like really just custom print services. This is a beautiful glass anaglyph. Oh, I think I have it the wrong way. Excuse me. Hopefully that's backlit enough. This is by one of my favorite stereographers, David. This is an anaglyph print that he made, and that I put on it's a face-off. It would go on face-off stands on the wall. So this is gorgeous. It's luxury quality. Um, I have lots of different types of glass. I've been printing for years. People know me uh, from clubs and boy, I'll never ever go back. Wow. But yeah. But I still will be offering services online. And if you're in New York City, of course, in person. Um, these are anaglyph prints by also David. This was like a tiled situation, like a mosaic. And so this is on ceramic tile. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, and of course, um, your traditional, what is it, 7 by 3.5 stereo cards. These are reproductions. If you have something that is collectible, or that needs to be, that you'd want a duplicate of. This is not necessarily to like replace things, but it is to kind of more of a conservatory type of situation. I'm going to be they hold up under magnification. I don't know if you can see it, but very well. Oh my goodness, tomorrow's international 3D international stereoscopy day. So I'm gonna be having like a sale, I guess. Um, and I'm also gonna be doing maybe some like live streams and like, talk about stuff. This is something that I was gonna maybe talk about was really just like color standards for old stereo cards. For like, like they really do have quite a wide range of like black and white and sepia tones and grays, really. And they kind of go into like the pinks, they kind of go into like the mauves, they kind of go into these kind of go into sepia. And color is something that's really not talked about when you're talking about stereo cards. So I think that's something that I think maybe everybody will be interested in, because I was purposely doing these two in different casts just to show and illustrate to people how color can really just like be managed. Actually, I'm not going to tell you my secrets, but I will definitely like maybe throw out some standards. I hope if I find my Pantone book, perhaps, I don't know. So this is something I'll be offering. I have a limited amount of stock on this ready at hand. I have a couple of sizes. These were custom. These are aluminum, by the way. These are aluminum cards. Everything that I do is specialty, and they're very nice quality. I have very small cards. I have like pocket cards. These are, if you see your image here and you're like, no, you're still my image, like sorry. But I do like printing for my friends, and I do like printing up things for people. So this comes in a little case, like I just took it out, and like that. And so like these are little tiny stereo cards that and I even make a little tiny stereo viewer with it. This is like just out of a pair of Fresnel lenses, and so it is very nice. It's flat. It can like be folded into a book if you want. And so this is a very, just a nice card set. If you want physical formats, everything that I do holds up under magnification. I am very good, and I've been printing for about since like I've been printing like my whole life, but professionally at my house, like like in my home studios and stuff like that. And this is like it's very flat. It's a nice little package. Um, I've been printing for I've had a home studio for since 2014. I got like kind of taught like color management and all the ins and outs by Ross Hardy. Who, if nobody knows who that is, like wow. But if you do know, wow. And I was always the I was always the print director in every single like company that I worked for, and I've been working in corporate creative for mass market and like the apparel industry and big box retail since like 1996, I think. 20 something years. It's a long time. I am also offering. I don't know if you can see this. Do I have a viewer? Oh my God, do I not have a viewer? I promise you, I'm getting there. This is not where I want to be right now. My studio is just being finalized, set up. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we can do that. I don't know if you can. The light in here is not going to be perfect for this. Okay, there we go. So these are prints. These are realist format transparencies that I'm experimenting with. I'm still in the process of making things happen in this way, but these are I still need to get a little bit of software. Basically, I'm waiting on it. It should be coming this week or next week. Actually, it's Friday today, I think. And so these are going to be available very, very soon. I have lots of transparencies that I do. I really do like doing transparencies. This is one that I show off a lot. This is a medium format transparency. And a reason why I like to show this one off is because the black, I really do get very, 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 very good blacks with like very little extinction in it. Like, here you go. Like, this is a really bright LED. I'm sorry, but this is a great. I'm very proud of this one. So this is something that if you do have what I'm saying for like conservatory reasons, stereo slides are absolutely one of the most I want to say impactful of the stereo formats. Many people would agree. Everybody has their favorites. Everybody doesn't, but it's something that really like you can't get dupes of like like your film strip, even if you get it developed now, if you're taking photos with a stereo camera, of course. And a lot of people don't know. In fact, I've seen a lot of like there's a lot of stereo stuff going on lately, and people are like putting up like their blog, like, oh, this is how you operate this camera and that and whatever. And it's like, so what are you gonna do with it afterwards? I haven't seen any like I've seen the I've seen that. Okay, you can take a picture. That's great. It's like, and then what are you doing with it? Are you mounting slides? In fact, this is going to be a service that I offer. If you don't know what to do with it afterwards, as long as you're shooting Chrome, send me your strip. I will absolutely mount your slides for you. I'll send you a viewer, whatever you need. And these are going to be services that we're going to be providing, and they're much needed. That's like there's a lot of there's a there's been a lot of stereo stuff lately, and just like new like who's teaching classes, who's like picking up a camera and actually printing from them, who's making stereoscopic physical formats anymore. I don't think anybody, or at least that I have been able to find. And this is something, if you're gonna like we're gonna be stereoing it up, you have to have them. It's even like like VR does not compare yet. It's still right there. But a stereo slide, whether you like medium format, whether you like realist format, it's one of it hits people. And if you like stereo cards, then I'm gonna have those too. I do other specialty stuff. Let me see if I need a light for this. Excuse me. What did I just do with that flashlight? Oh my God. I put something down and then it like disappears. Sometimes it like disappears out of my hand. This is like one of my oldest prints, one of my very first specialty prints that I made, and this was the moment that I was like, oh, I can actually do stuff like this. This is excellent. So this is I would say this is an animated barrier strip. Let's see, there we go. And I literally just interlaced in some random order a GIF of a girl dancing online, and that is what this is. This is printed on 2 sheets of glass, transparent glass, and mounted in a specific fashion. And there you go, there you go. So these are things that I don't think anybody else is doing. I do not have like set in stone prices. It will go per project. I want to say this is I like this because it's like black and white, like ooh, like black and white picture on glass. But then it's like whoa, crackle with the with the dichoric, like so. I do a lot of different things. I do a lot of creative things. I want to say, or at least people tell me that I do. I had a lot of just product that I made. I have, um, if if anybody's nerdy enough to wear stereo camera stockings, the anaglyph ones are cool because then you can like look at your legs and they're 3D and it really is cool. I still think it's cool. That's not too nerdy, but I had like little wallets that I made. I had a hole. I had 2 seasons. I had 2 seasons. I had 2 years. One was the stereo camera print, which is do I have something with it on it? Oh my god, how do I not? Where? Oh, here it is. So like that was like my decades print, like decades and decades of stereo cameras. Which one is your favorite? And then I had like Malays and my East Coast and my West Coast. And this was like a nice little wallet that you can put your glasses in. Like this was this is what stereographers do. We have stuff like this. This is very stereocentric, I want to say. So this is just a handful of stuff that I just wanted to really just kind of introduce because I know a lot of people don't know my stuff. And yeah, so hopefully, if you are in need of any type of stereo printing, any physical stereo formats, if I don't have something that you're interested in, believe me, I could probably do it anyway. We can even do holograms if you want. I'm not going to take out a hologram. I mean, maybe I'm not going to do like something like this. Can I even show this right now? Let's see. Yeah. I need to light it. Hold on. But even something like that I might be down to do. And I'm actually not going to use this as an example because I don't want to advertise something that I cannot do. But maybe I have some for sale. So yeah. But so if you're interested in stereo cards, if you have very valuable slides, if you're going to, and by the way, these are from digital, like just digital files. This is something that I took with my phone basically, and I'm able to, as long as your file has enough resolution or is large enough, there are different ways of doing it. So as long as your digital files, or if you get them scanned, if you have like very valuable slides and like there's only one of them in the world, and like they need to be like preserved, and like like why not get a second copy of it if I can provide it for you. And this is something that I hope will kind of take off because it's a very important format. It's something that I've been trying to survive for years and years and years, and I had to like I had to like develop new ways of shooting the stereo realist for like people nowadays who are picking up the camera. Like nobody, like, what's the worst part about like shooting a realist? Like besides everything, you have to go like this, and like like you just look like a freaking jerk. So turn the camera upside down. That's my number one trick, and believe me, it alleviates everything. You're looking in the viewfinder over here, you could focus over here, you just cock the shutter over here, and you even shutter with your thumb on your right hand side. I have research on this that I've been doing for the past 7 months that maybe I'll share very soon. It's quite a story. But yeah, I do believe that these two items, out of everything, are probably going to be the most important for just regular traditional analog stereographers. If you're a photographer, if you're a stereo photographer, and you are not printing, you're not like doing an actual process print, if you're not printing out, then please cult of print, cultofprint.com. Oops, yeah. And please shoot me an email, cultofprint@gmail.com. I can be more easy than that. And these are I could get any size. I could custom order depending on, like, you know, like what you want to do. And but the realist slides and the stereo cards, the traditional stereo cards, are two things that I think are quite important, and I think that they need to be there are like stereography's getting like kind of big again, like, you know, like it's going through its little uptrend, isn't it, you know? So this is something that I think a lot of people would be very interested in, because I don't see a lot of people making physical prints of their stuff. They just go online and you just share them online like that. I want to have a collectible market again. Why not make this something valuable, something valued again? And the only way to do that is to provide people with the opportunities to do that. And so that's what I hope you can turn to me for. I have very excellent skills. I'm very easy to work with, despite what you might hear. And I don't know anybody else who's doing it. So please, cultofprint.com. And I hope everybody has a good International Stereoscopic Day. Almost said 3D day. Bye. Oops, I'm never going to do that right.